What happens to your body day by day when you eat only organic food for 30 days? Did you know your body is sick right now from all the supermarket food, all the chemicals, and you probably don't even feel it yet? More than 70% of people are carrying a weed killer in their urine right now. Not from a factory, not from an accident, from the normal food, eaten on a normal day. But what if I told you a few simple habits could actually make your body clean again? Think of your body as a still lake. For years, a thin pipe has been trickling farm runoff into that lake, a tiny bit with every conventional meal. That runoff is the pesticide residue riding in on your food. Nothing much is apparent on the surface, but down on the bottom, a layer of chemical silt has been settling, year after year. Nobody dumped it all at once. That's exactly why you never felt it happen. Today, we shut that pipe off. Let's watch the water clear, day 1 to 3. Day 1 starts the moment you finish your last conventional meal. And this is where the lake gets its first real break. That weed killer you've been carrying felt permanent, but it's not stuck in there. It only stays because the pipe keeps refilling it, meal after meal, faster than the lake can clear it. Stop the refill, and it starts to drop fast. That's what happens now. Your last conventional meal clears, and nothing new comes in. Most people do not realize that their liver and kidneys never stop working. They're the lake's cleanup crew, and they've been filtering this stuff the whole time, every single day. They just couldn't get ahead while new chemicals kept coming with every meal. Now they can. And they move fast. How fast? In a real diet swap study, glyphosate, that weed killer from the runoff, dropped about 70% in 6 days. It hit rock bottom in 3. Yes, 3 days. That's it. This is the moment the pipe feeding the lake finally closes. The water is still cloudy. Years of runoff don't clear overnight. But for the first time in a long time, not one new drop is flowing in. You won't feel a thing yet. It feels like nothing is happening. But it is the quietest, most powerful work of the whole month. And in just a few more days, that invisible work rises to the surface, literally. Day 4 to 7. Now the lake starts to show it. But it gets strange here. While the glyphosate drains out of the deep water, a whole other class of pesticide is already leaving faster. The ones that never sank. They never settled into the silt. They just floated on the surface, like loose leaves and debris, sitting there only because fresh runoff kept washing more in. Stop the inflow, and they drift straight out, almost as fast as they came. These are organophosphates, a pesticide class tied to nervous system effects. Your body doesn't store them. It grabs them and dumps them. Stop eating them, and they're gone. In one study, a common one called malathion dropped by about 95% in under a week. In kids, some of these markers fell so far that they couldn't even be detected anymore. Now look at the lake. The top layer is clear, a foot down, then 2. You're seeing into water that was murky a week ago. You might even feel it, a little lighter, less puffy. But mostly, this is the doubt week. Nothing obvious is happening, so you start to wonder if it's even working. Of course, it's working harder right now than almost any other week. It's just working quietly, but clearing the top was an easy win. The hard part, that actually ages you, is still sitting on the bottom. Day 10 to 14. This is where the real work begins. For years, all that chemical residue didn't just pass through you. The heaviest of it sank and settled and stayed, building up layer by layer where nothing could reach it. That's the silt, the stuff on the bottom that never moved. Think about how a plant grows with no chemical bodyguard. Nobody's spraying its pests for it, so it defends itself. It builds up its own defenses, antioxidants, its armor. Now spray that same plant, and it goes soft. It stops bothering to build them. So when you eat the sprayed one, you get a weaker plant. But if you eat the unsprayed, the organic, something happens that most people never realize. You don't just dodge the poison. You inherit its armor. Organic crops can carry way more of these antioxidants, in some cases, well over half again as much. More armor for the plant becomes more armor for you. Less stress on your cells, and a body that can finally turn around and deal with older damage. Then comes a shift in your gut. Glyphosate has a strange trick. It only works on one type of living thing, bacteria. Your own cells aren't built for it, so it can't really harm them directly. But your gut is full of bacteria, and glyphosate has been quietly disturbing them for years. Take it away, and your gut finally starts to breathe again. Now look down at the lake. The current is finally reaching the bottom. It's lifting the old silt, pulling it up toward the drain, and for a moment, the water actually looks murkier. But don't panic. That's not a step backward. That's the silt leaving. You might feel that same stir inside you. Your digestion settles. Your energy stops spiking and crashing. And if you hit one strange, flat, tired day around now, don't quit. That's not the diet failing. That's the silt moving. Now, most people will say organic is just a marketing sticker. Same apple. And whatever's sprayed on it, you'll rinse off under the tap. This is backwards. Some pesticides aren't on the apple, they're in it, pulled up through the roots into the flesh. You cannot wash out what's already inside, and it's in there a lot more than you'd think. Conventional produce is about 4 times more likely to carry pesticide residue and around 50% more cadmium, a toxic heavy metal. Most of it sits within legal limits, but those limits were written one chemical at a time, and you don't eat one chemical at a time. And once that steady load stops coming in, your body can finally move on to something bigger than cleaning. Day 21. 3 weeks in, and the silt is clearing, the water is opening up, and now light reaches deep parts of the lake that have been dark for years. Up to now, most of the work has been about cleaning out the bad stuff. But there's more going on than just cleaning. Your body runs on hormones. They're like little instructions, telling your body when to store fat, when to burn it, when you're hungry, and when you're full. You need those instructions to be clear. The problem is, some of these leftover chemicals mess with them. They confuse your body's instructions, especially the ones about fat and weight. So for years, your body has been getting mixed signals. Not badly, just enough to throw things slightly off. Now, 3 weeks in with clean food coming in, that confusion clears up. The chemicals are fading, and your body can finally follow its own instructions again. Down in the lake, sunlight reaches the bottom at last. The last of the silt washes out through the drain. The fish that were stuck down there rise up. The dead part of the lake comes back to life. And then comes the day it all adds up. Day 30. Now look at how far you've come. Your chemical burden is low. Your antioxidants are up. Your gut is rebalancing. The mixed signals are gone. This isn't a new body. It's the same one you always had, but just clean. Stand over the lake now. You can see all the way to the bottom. The silt is gone. The water is moving. You didn't add anything magic. You just shut one pipe and let the water heal itself. So how do you actually do this without going broke or crazy? First, start where it matters most. You don't have to go fully organic overnight. Thin-skinned foods you eat whole, berries, grapes, leafy greens, apples, hold the most spray because there's nothing to protect the part you eat. Grains like oats and wheat are just as bad. Buy those organic, but thick-skinned foods you peel, bananas, avocados, oranges, are safer because the peel takes the hit and you toss it. Regular is fine there. Spend where it counts and save everywhere else. Second, don't just remove the bad, add the good. Going organic isn't only about cutting chemicals out. It's your chance to load up. Fill your plate with leafy greens and deep-colored fruits and vegetables. Those are the ones packed with the natural defenses your body's been missing. Third, don't trust the word natural. It sounds healthy, But on a label, it means nothing. Anyone can print it. Look for the actual organic seal instead. Results vary from person to person, and none of this is medical advice. And organic isn't a hall pass. An organic cookie is still a cookie. If you're pregnant, managing a health condition, or on medication, consult your doctor first. We've been taught to see food as just calories, or grams, or a number on a package. But every meal is doing more than that. It's either adding more junk to the lake or giving it a chance to clear. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to stop pouring in the bad stuff, because that lake was never broken. It was just waiting for you to turn off the pipe. And healing was never something you had to do. It was something you had to stop preventing.